Tonight, high emotion and uncertainty as the number of homes lost in the Samson Flat blaze more than doubles. Authorities predicting more bad news to come.
Obviously there'll be a lot of pain and grief as people get advised in the coming days about what they've lost.
Heartache and frustration on the faces of restless residents desperate to get back into the fire zone as roadblocks reopen, but only to a select few. Plus, inside the inferno, a frontline look at what our volunteers are up against. And how love has conquered all amid bushfire devastation.
This is 10 Eyewitness News with Alan Murrell.
Good evening. Heartbreak and relief for Adelaide Hills residents as we learn more about the devastation caused by the Samson Flat fire. Some locals have been allowed back into the fire zone, while others face an agonising wait to see whether they are one of almost 30 homes destroyed in the blaze. Our reporters are live in the field with the latest. We'll cross first to Adam Hegarty, who joins us from the CFS command post at One Tree Hill. Adam, are fire crews any closer to containing the blaze?
Well, sadly, no, they're not. It's still showing no signs of slowing down. It's been burning for days now, and really today we've seen our first real insight into the sheer devastation this fire has caused and the amount of lives it's impacted, with 26 homes now confirmed lost. That's almost doubled in the past 24 hours. We've also seen our first serious injury. A farmer has spinal injuries and now is in hospital after trying to fight these fires. Thankfully today we have seen some easing conditions. We haven't seen an increase to the size of the fire. It's still about 13,000 hectares and has a perimeter of about 240 kilometres, but there's no sign yet that it's going to be contained anytime soon. On the ground and from the air, fire crews are throwing everything they have at stopping one of the... Now, as you can imagine, dozens and plenty of residents are trying to get back to their homes to assess the damage. Some have experienced relief today, others heartache as they realise either their homes or large parts of their homes have been destroyed. For others who haven't been allowed to let back in, they've been held at roadblocks. There has been a surge of frustration from them, and especially in the context that we're starting hearing reports today and rumours that there is looting going on at the properties that have been destroyed. Here's Brett Clappers.
Helpless
Best volunteers, and why wouldn't there be? Some of those have lost their own homes in the fire while they're protecting other people's properties. There's been donations and also offers for support in their logistics getting around the fire ground. And today we've received a rare insight into just how hard these conditions are for them and the plight they're facing. Hayley Canole has the story.
The Burnside CFS brigade enters the inferno. Within moments, they come across their first task.
Holy shit!
The enormity of the fire overwhelming the crew.
I don't know how much it is.
But there's no time to think of their own safety as they worked to save homes near Kersbrook as the blaze took hold on Friday night. They turned off gas at one property, while at another on Devil's Gully Road, they fought to Canole 10.
So it really is a race against time now for fire crews to get on top of this blaze, which they need to do before conditions worsen on Wednesday. We're going to see catastrophic conditions again, and that's going to be a return to conditions we saw in the 2 days or the days that this fire sparked. Here's Kate Freeban with all the latest.
Well, Adam, it's not looking good. We are expecting a fairly windy night on the fire ground tonight, and then some very hot weather over the next 2 days, with temperatures set to soar into the high 30s, and that is a huge concern for fire crews. If we take a closer look at the forecast for Adelaide, it's expected to reach 38 degrees tomorrow and then 38 again on Wednesday. But from late on Wednesday morning, conditions will start to change. There's a 60% chance of patchy showers and thunderstorms, with heavier rain more likely on Thursday. Now, it's a bit of a mixed blessing. With lightning, of course, there is the chance that could spark new fires, but we are very hopeful we'll get some decent rain on the fire ground.
Whilst the rain is welcome, it's welcome if it's rain that actually douses a lot of the hotspots on the fire. If it's only a small amount of rain, it becomes more of a nuisance than anything else.
Now in good news, there should be even heavier rain on Friday and Saturday, 20 to 30 millimetres for Adelaide. From where I'm standing, we can still see some smoke haze drifting across the northern suburbs. That's likely to persist for the next few days. And with tomorrow's northeasterly winds, that'll likely push it towards the city. Now, health authorities are warning that it can cause some fairly serious health problems. The advice is to keep your windows and your air vents closed, and if you can, stay inside until the air clears. And Alan, I'll be back with our full South Australian forecast at 5 to 6, including a flood watch for Cooper PD.
Thank you, Kate. Still to come, more of today's top stories, including a man remanded in custody over the gruesome death of another found dismembered in a wheelie bin. Prime Minister Tony Abbott talks tough during a surprise visit to Iraq. Plus, later in the bulletin, all your day's sport, including Aussie selection ahead of what's sure to be an emotional fourth test.